Tiffany Henyard, once hailed as the self-proclaimed super mayor of Dalton, is now facing a monumental downfall. From eviction notices to allegations of corruption, her story has become a textbook case of political scandal and public disgrace. Once a figure of significant local influence, Henyard now finds herself battling legal troubles, public backlash, and even federal scrutiny. So, how did someone with such power see their world come crashing down? Let's dive into the events that led to her shocking decline. Let's start with the eviction that has everyone talking. Henyard and her boyfriend, Kamal Woods, are being kicked out of the suburban home they've occupied since 2021. Their landlord, Janetta Hull, revealed that the couple hasn't paid rent since August, leaving her thousands of dollars in debt. Hull, who once supported Henyard's campaign and considered her a friend, now feels completely betrayed. The rent, which rose to $2,400 due to increasing property taxes, became a major point of contention. What's baffling, though, is that Henyard and Woods boast a combined household income of over $350,000. Henyard pulls in a substantial salary from her dual roles as mayor and Thornton Township supervisor, while Woods holds a cushy township job. Henyard and Woods boast a cushy township job. This leaves many wondering, how can a household making more than $350,000 a year fail to pay their rent? Hull herself asked this very question, adding, "It doesn't make sense." But the story doesn't stop there. Not only did the couple stop paying rent, but they also changed the locks and garage codes on the property without Hull's consent. Feeling utterly disrespected, Hull filed for eviction in September. However, the Cook County Sheriff's Office has struggled to serve the couple because they've been conveniently hard to locate, both at their residence and at Village Hall. Hull described the situation as if Henyard is untouchable, adding that the unpaid rent is jeopardizing her own financial stability as she relies on that income to survive. Yellow Count, Wheel of Time gang guns. Allegedly trained to shoot anything from police officers to villagers, Hull co-provides both the company vehicle and handgun cases. Even if Henyard eventually pays the rent, Hull insists that she wants them gone. She's done with the excuses and the drama. But just as the eviction story was unfolding, another bombshell dropped, one that could end Henyard's political career for good. At a recent Democratic caucus, which determines candidates for the upcoming Thornton Township elections, Henyard was blocked from running for re-election as township supervisor. The fall of Tiffany Henyard seems like a storm that only keeps intensifying. From eviction battles to political roadblocks and mounting accusations of corruption, the once powerful mayor is now struggling to hold on to her crumbling empire. But this is just the beginning. Stay tuned as we uncover more about the scandals that have defined her dramatic fall from grace. Like I said, none of this has to be true. Tiffany Henyard's political career took yet another hit during the recent Democratic caucus, an event that quickly spiraled into chaos and controversy. Overseen by State Senator Napoleon Harris, the caucus became a stage for dramatic confrontations and public outrage. Henyard, already embroiled in scandals, arrived late in a bold hot pink pantsuit, immediately accusing Harris of voter suppression. Voter suppression. She claimed her supporters were being locked out while Harris's allies were allowed in. However, Harris's team denied these allegations, stating that the venue was full and everyone was admitted on time. Inside, the atmosphere was charged with tension. Many attendees, fed up with Henyard's controversial leadership, made their frustration known. The caucus itself lasted a mere 7 minutes, during which Harris and his slate of candidates easily secured the Democratic Party's nominations. Henyard, visibly upset, shouted, "Illegal Napoleon," as the crowd erupted into cheers. In what felt like a symbolic moment of farewell, attendees began singing the infamous taunt, "Na na na, hey hey hey, goodbye," as Henyard stormed out of the venue. It just, to this day, her removal from the ballot wasn't just due to the caucus rules. Henyard's failure to meet the requirements for a full slate of candidates, including the absence of a certified assessor, further contributed to her downfall. However, the caucus highlighted a deeper issue, a community tired of her controversies and scandals. Critics have long accused Henyard of excessive spending, self-promotion, and misusing taxpayer funds, notwithstanding his tenure. The dissatisfaction with her leadership has spilled onto social media, where users have voiced their frustrations in no uncertain terms. One comment read, "Stop calling it misuse of funds. She outright stole tax dollars and spent them lavishly. That's not a mistake." Another added, "How did she even get here? Just a few years ago, she was caught breaking into cars. She's always been a thief. Now she's just added con artist to her resume." These remarks reflect a growing sentiment that Henyard's past actions are finally catching up to her. To make matters worse, the drama surrounding her leadership reached a new low with confusion over scheduled meetings. At Village Hall, a meeting was abruptly canceled within minutes due to a lack of quorum, leaving residents puzzled and frustrated. Despite the mounting setbacks, Henyard isn't retreating quietly. She's vowed to sue everyone involved in the caucus, claiming it was rigged. What? It made a For Henyard, the walls seem to be closing in. Her once prominent political career now stands on the brink of collapse, fueled by public dissatisfaction, legal battles, and a community eager for change. Will this be the final chapter of Tiffany Henyard's political saga? Or does she have one last move left to play? Does she have any last moves left to play? "I'm suing everybody tomorrow. This is illegal," she shouted as she stormed out. Her attorney, Max Solomon, echoed her defiance, accusing Napoleon Harris of altering the rules at the last minute to disqualify Henyard. "Napoleon Harris is a coward," Solomon declared, "for not letting the people be heard." Despite her bold claims, the controversy surrounding Henyard continued to snowball. Alongside the eviction drama and caucus chaos, she is also under federal investigation for alleged misuse of taxpayer funds. Earlier this year, former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, acting as a special investigator, revealed that Dalton's general fund plummeted from $5.61 million in 2022 to a staggering deficit of $3.65 million by May 2024. The investigation unearthed shocking examples of extravagant spending, including $43,000 spent in a single day on Amazon and over $85,000 for a concert that drew minimal attendance. Residents have accused Henyard of using public funds for personal luxuries, such as first-class flights, beauty treatments, and self-promotional billboards. The encouragement of recruited lawmakers, unfettered and not restrained by laws, to murder trans people and make laws that protect against harassment and bullying, more generally Henyard of using public funds for personal luxuries, such as first-class flights, financial advisors, meditation chairs, and dietitians, and only supporting classes that live on campus for educational. Actually, I didn't read the whole thing. I saw his thumbnail for it, and it just seemed like he was writing a fun. One trustee even claimed, "She's running the town like a dictatorship, prioritizing her image over the community's needs." Public outrage reached new heights when it was revealed that Henyard allegedly pushed to reduce the salary of future township supervisors from over $200,000 to just $20,000 a year. Critics have called this a blatant attempt to deter challengers and ensure no one could viably step into her role, even if she were removed. Municipal attorney Bert Odson labeled the move illegal in so many ways, and emphasizing its violation of state laws and further erosion of public trust. Even Henyard's once respected cancer charity has not escaped scrutiny. The Tiffany Henyard Cancer Foundation, which claimed to support cancer survivors, was ordered by the Illinois Attorney General to stop accepting donations after failing to properly register. Critics argue that the charity has become a tool for self-promotion, with little transparency about how its funds are used. As the scandals pile up, Henyard's grip on power appears more tenuous than ever, leaving the community questioning how much longer she can weather the storm. "It's just another way she's boosting her image while the rest of us suffer," said community activist Stephanie Weidman. For many residents, these revelations confirm their belief that Henyard's time in office has been more about personal gain than serving the community. The financial mismanagement under Henyard's leadership has taken a severe toll. The Illinois State Comptroller's Office cut off funding to the village after Henyard failed to submit required financial reports. Meanwhile, Dalton's deficit continues to balloon, leaving trustees scrambling to manage the crisis. Calls for Henyard's resignation are growing louder. "She's done nothing but embarrass this town. It's time for her to go," said lifelong Dalton resident Deborah Jordan. Despite the mounting opposition, Henyard remains defiant. She has announced her plans to run for a second term as mayor of Dalton. At a recent village board meeting, she boldly proclaimed, "I'm going to win in a landslide, just like Trump did. Whether you like it or not, I'm your mayor." However, her confidence was met with boos from attendees, and many residents turned their backs as she spoke. Trustee Jason House, who is also running for mayor, remarked that morale in the town's police department, already struggling without a permanent chief, has hit rock bottoms. With lawsuits, investigations, and public backlash mounting, Henyard's future looks increasingly uncertain. Can she bounce back from this series of scandals, or is her political career nearing its end? Some supporters, like Keith Price, believe she still has a chance, speculating that her name recognition could help her run as a write-in candidate for Thornton Township's supervisor. But others are far less optimistic. Henyard's story is far from over, but her once strong political standing has clearly taken a major hit. What do you think? Is this the end of Tiffany Henyard's career, or will she find a way to turn things around? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this unfolding saga.